Good morning, everybody. It is Toni-Maree here, and look at this. The video seems to be working. Yay. You can see my sun catcher in the background. Sorry, get the right. There it is. That spot is my sun catcher, and you'll see it sort of flash across this. Anyway, I get confused with this camera angle, but you'll see it as well. It's not spirit. It's just my sun catchers outside doing their beautiful job and bringing rainbows into my house. I had one on my nose before. So if my nose starts to look like a rainbow, you know why. Okay, let's get started. So, as per usual, this is my free oracle reading, and the reason that I use the oracle is because it's the oracle cards, and these are my fabulous messenger cards developed by Raven Phelan, and it's just, I just love them. I've said that so many times. But so that's why it's called an oracle reading, because these are oracle cards. They're different to tarot in that they give a more generic answer. And they're just a really great way for people who have a bit of intuition and aren't sure what to do with it to start to just check in with that intuition and to use a tool like a pen or a pencil to develop that skill. So shoot me your questions, shoot me your queries below, give me your comments, suggestions, all the rest of it. As usual, this will be posted on YouTube, so you will get this on YouTube. So if you missed the reading and you'd like to get the card for today and the card for tomorrow, then you can check it out there. The other thing the other reason I wanted to say that these are free is that it's my way of giving back. And I'm a very big believer in what you give, you receive tenfold. So, and it comes in unexpected ways. You know, people often say, well, if you give away some money to charity, you'll get it back tenfold. Well, it doesn't work that way. It's the spirit of giving. It's the intention that's important. And it's being grateful and acknowledging what you do receive. And that means that the universe is paying attention and listening to you. Okay, so shoot me your questions. And in the meantime, while I'm waiting for people to arrive, or if you'd like a card, just sing out. Let's choose a card for today. Excuse my vacuum in the background, dogs, cats, people, all the rest of it, but that's just what you get here. It's live. Okay. Card for today. Here we go. Surrender to the flow. Okay. Surrender to the flow. We have had this card, but not for a little while. This is actually a really good card for today because we're about to hit a new moon this week and so I'm trying to not get too much glare on that card. And it is all about setting intentions for the coming year. In fact, this week leading up to the full moon is all about setting intentions for next year. What's an intention? Well, an intention is, it's not like a New Year's resolution. Okay, so because New Year's resolutions are never filled, we hardly ever do them. An intention is, I intend to be kinder. I intend to serve my community. My intention is to build a house. Okay, so the intention is saying to the universe, this is what I'd really like in my life. This is what I'd really like to achieve, and it's bringing that to you. So for me, my intention is to help more people next year, and that is via free services as well as paying clients, as well as my family, my community, my friends, and all the rest of it. So that's my intention. And this going with the flow card is just beautiful. I love this little ladybug because she just reminds me of, you know, ladybug, fly your way home. And she's perfectly capable of flying off this leaf that is just flowing in the wind. And if you've ever seen an autumn leaf drop or any leaf sort of twirl in the wind, it just goes wherever the wind takes it and has no choice in the matter. And there's no point fighting it because you're just not going to win. So you may as well let go and go with the flow. Now, that's really hard to do in today's society because we're not taught number one, how to let go. And we're also not taught that that's a good thing to be able to do. But what I've found, I'm just dropping cards all over the floor, I'll pick them up in a minute. What I found is that when you let go and you're in the flow, and as the Disney song says, let it go, let it go. We all know Frozen, and those of us who have got little kids know it word for word. When you let it go, you're freeing yourself up to see the potential and the possibilities. And that's when the magic happens. That's when happiness arrives. That's when joy arrives. That's when we open ourselves up to discovering new things about ourselves and our world. And that's pretty cool. So just bear with me as I disappear for 2 seconds to pick those cards up. Okay, now I'm always curious about what cards are thrown out of a deck, because usually there's a reason for that. And usually it's the guides and spirits around me giving me a message, or the people that I'm reading for a message. And this is okay, so this is pretty cool and magic. And thank you, Denise and Felicity, for your questions. I'll absolutely get to you in a second, but let's just go with the flow here. The first one is embrace the dark. And embrace the dark typically comes up when it's that yin-yang getting balance card, okay? So it's all about finding the balance within. That's magic. Embrace the masculine. And I've spoken about this before. We're in very much a change towards the feminine. Sometimes when there's a change happening, we go overboard and we go too much one way. So this is paying attention to the masculine part of you, which is typically, you know, the scheduler, the go-getter, the forceful person within us, not the gentle, you know, relaxed sort of person within us. And love that you are different. This is actually, if I can stop the glare, this is one of my favourite cards, if you can see that, because it's a bumblebee, it's a rabbit, it's a butterfly. It's got a lizard tail. It's got lion's fur. It is just magical. And love that you are different is paying attention to that special thing within you that we all have that makes us unique, that makes us different. There are no two like you on the planet. So these 3 cards together, just tapping in, it's all about being wholeheartedly you. It's about seeking that balance. It's about embracing that and finding some peace within. And by peace, I mean it can be stillness, it can be absolute peace, it can be just a sense of contentedness. It's whatever that means for you at this point in time. So that's pretty cool. So there you go. All right, let's pick a card for Denise. So don't forget to give me your thumbs ups and your hearts so that people know that you're enjoying these. And please invite your friends and family along, or acquaintances, so that they get a chance to avail themselves of this free service as well. Now, if you would like a one-on-one reading, it is $67 for a half hour or part thereof. I don't charge like a plumber, so if you go 5 minutes over, it's still just the first half hour, okay? You'll get a lot out of a half hour. An hour is really in depth and you get even more, but it's totally up to you what you want to do. And if you don't want a reading, that's perfectly fine too. You're more than welcome to come back here every week. Okay. So let's pick a card for Denise. Tuning into Denise. So Denise, just relax for me for a second and just breathe. Okay. Righto. Do not fear the unknown. Okay. She's a bit eerie looking, this one, right? She can appear quite scary to people who aren't familiar with her. But she actually reminds me of Christmas, because she's got, if you can see the antlers, she's got bells and feathers hanging off the antlers. So, hey Jacinta. So for Denise, do not fear the unknown. Okay, so you've had some light shone on you, whether that's recognition, whether it's you are you're stepping into your life's purpose, and you have a sense of who you are, of your soul, of what you're meant to be here for. And yeah, okay, so that causes a bit of uncertainty, and that's natural. Okay, that happens to every single one of us. And so the thing for you is to be still in the busy. And so it's about looking for signs. Really, you are going to get signs. So as an example, if you see a feather, it's usually on the ground. It's usually an angel trying to grab your attention and let you know something at that particular point in time. So if you and you may actually, you're very sensory. So if you are hearing bells, and that's another thing. Some people get a ringing in one ear, and that means you're an auditory intuitive. So you get messages through hearing. And you're likely to do that. You're likely to hear like a tinkling stream or a tinkling bell. And so it's not be fearful of that. It's to just basically be curious and say, what is that about? Is there something I'm meant to know right now? Are you trying to guide me? Are you trying to give me a message? And for you, it's all about stepping into who you're meant to be in this life, because we all have a divine purpose. We all have divine light running through us. We're born with it. It never leaves us, but we're not taught how to tap into it. We're not taught how to actually then use it to live a life that's happy and fulfilled and all the rest of it. So you've got a sense of that at the moment, Denise. Go with it. Don't be worried about it. There's nothing negative coming your way. It is all about learning to discover that beauty within and that divine light within. And it will just slowly expand like if you put a heat pack on you when you're cold, that warmth just tends to like take over gently your entire body and you just relax. That's what's coming your way. So that's really cool. Any questions, let me know, Denise. I'd love to hear how it goes. Felicity, anything coming up for you today? Do you have anything specific in mind, Felicity? Because the more specific the question, gorgeous, the more specific the answer. And given it's a one card, yeah, the more specific the better. Until I hear from you about whether or not you have anything specific, I will pull a card for you to get you some generic guidance for the day. And I'll see if I can tap into something particular as you've asked. Okay. This is for Felicity O'Donoghue. Okay, Felicity. Okay. Totally different energy for you, Felicity, which is great. So I know I'm tapping in. Okay. Just one message today for Felicity. Yeah, there's a few things there that, yeah. Okay, just one. Okay, two. All right, two's fine. Fantastic. Okay, so we've got Follow the Moon. Now, we've not had this card in this group before. And we have Hear the Ancient Ones. Oh, sorry. Okay, so goodness me, the moon is having a huge impact on you, Felicity. It is energizing you. It's giving you strength, and it's actually that's actually it's actually the opposite for a lot of people, but for you it's very calming. So to me that says that you're very much a celestial creature. You have an affinity with planets. I wouldn't actually be surprised if you can see spirit, or you have seen spirit in the past. Yeah. And Hear the Ancient Ones, gosh, that's very much like, how can I describe it? It's like the ancient Indians have rituals. Sorry, American Indians have rituals where they talk to their ancient ones. The Chinese do it too. The Native Australians do it as well. And it's about seeking that guidance and support from the people who have gone before us. Now, what that means is that sometimes you're actually talking to somebody or getting wisdom from somebody that you know from a previous life. Other times it's about listening to that heritage. That's my dog barking. She's basically just saying, yes, this is absolutely true, because she's not barking at anything at the moment. And you're getting lots of information, lots of information. You've got lots of guides around you, lots of, I'm trying to get the right word, lots of elders, lots of elders around you, lots of wisdom. It's not wisdom, it's support, care. I'm trying to get the right words. It's the elders are there. They're telling you. It's almost like they're just spewing forth information. It's all coming at you. Being in tune with the moon, and especially this new moon, but leading up to this new moon, so the next few days, if you can find it within you to pay attention to the signs that you're getting, to you will be feeling uneasy sometimes because you can sense there's something going on, or that something's not quite right. It's actually the elders trying to talk to you. So here's how to listen to it. It's really to just relax your body as much as you can wherever you are. Obviously, don't do it while you're driving a vehicle or anything like that. If you can, close your eyes or unfocus your eyes a little bit and breathe, and just breathe, and try and focus on your heart, because just behind your heart is where our soul light connects to the universe and to the universal light. And so if you can just breathe for a moment, and being still in that moment, you'll find thoughts will come into your head. Now, if you're really intuitive, it'll come pretty instantly. If you're really intuitive and you haven't practiced it, then you may find it doesn't come to you. But what will happen is, as you're going to sleep, as you're busy washing up, as you're busy doing other things, and your thinking brain stops being quite so active, thoughts will come to you. And some of them will be unusual, some of them will be a different way of seeing things, and that's what you're being asked to pay attention to, and it's in the next 2-3 days. So there's some great messages there for you. Follow the moon in the next month, okay? In fact, come back after the new moon next week, and there'll be more information and more, and ask for another card, because you're going to get more guidance. There's lots there for you, lots and lots. So you're welcome to a reading, but again, I don't push people to do that. But if you can open up your own self and tap into some of that intuition that you were born with, you're going to get lots of guidance from some very beautiful souls. So that's magical too. Fantastic. Denise, so interesting that you mentioned hearing the bells. Always get ringing in one of my ears at night. I will try and listen to it from now on and embrace it. Thanks. You're very welcome. So the thing with auditory intuitives is that bells are sort of the first thing that you often will notice hearing. I'm only slightly like that, so I get it in usually my left ear, sometimes my right. And I just basically go, okay, great. What are you trying to tell me? And because that's not high on my skill levels, it can take a little while for it to come through. But I find, like I said before, is that you can just find that something will come to you and you'll go, oh, that's what that ringing in the ear was all about. So, yeah, so that's fantastic, Denise. And I'd love to hear next week or via private message what message you actually receive. I'm always curious to see what others get. Okay, don't forget the thumbs up and hearts, people, if you like what you're getting. Jacinta, love a card. You're more than welcome to have a card. Okay. So just breathe for me for a second, Jacinta, and just relax. Okay. Just one card for Jacinta today, please. Okay. Okay. There are 52 cards in this deck. So for you to get the same card, the probability is like 1 million, 2 million, 3 million to 1. Okay. So what is this for? Jacinta. Jacinta, this is about stepping into your power and, yeah, finding some quiet time. Yeah, stepping away from, why am I scratching my nose? Okay, right. Okay, so at the moment your cup is starting to fill with abundance. Okay, so but because you're not stepping into your knowledge and your wisdom and who you are, it's tilted to the side. So while it's filling, it's also flowing out. So you're not really getting bang for buck, so to speak. So whatever energy you're putting into whatever you're doing at the moment, you are receiving some, abundance, but it's not as much as you could. There's some resistance to receiving abundance, and you know that so it's about adjusting. So while it's like this, nothing's going to change. It's about slight adjustment, and you instinctively know what that is. And follow the moon is literally like, I just saw the moon going across the sky. So it's about following your true path, your destiny, and it's about allowing that to emerge. You have wisdom, you have the strength to do what you're meant to be doing here, but you're still resisting stepping into it. There's some uncertainty there that's stopping you. So it's like, pay attention to the moon. Now, if you look in photographs or video where they take the photographs and you can see the moon travel across the sky, that's like a sped up version, right? So this is about taking the time to notice the small changes as the moon travels across the sky at night, okay, and during the year. So for you, that abundance will change with only a slight adjustment. It's going to be found in the calmness of like a still pond, still water, looking at a full moon. And it's about femininity. It's about that power, not a masculine power. So it's about stepping into the feminine to you and embracing it. And then your abundance is going to flow much better. So that's what Follow the Moon is for you, Jacinta. So true. Fantastic. Great stuff. All right. I love that card. And that's the great thing, is that the cards say different things to different people. Now, Jacinta, again, you have a number of different messages. So if you'd like a reading, let me know, but you don't have to. But there's a lot there to tell you at the moment. And again, the next 3 days, for you, it's not taking drastic action. It's paying attention to the small things, the tiny things even, and allowing some time for you. Okay. All right. Any more questions, let me know. We've got a few minutes left, so let me pull a card for tomorrow. My nose is still itching. So that's usually a sign for me, because I'm a kinesthetic, which is a touch person. As you can tell, I love my fabrics and stuff. So let's find out what that's about. Let's pull a card for tomorrow. Okay. Okay, so I've just been guided to tell the people watching that if you'll be particularly thirsty this week, and to make sure that you keep up your fluids leading up to the new moon. That's super important. So that's going to resonate with someone. So I know I'm drinking lots. Okay, have courage for tomorrow, everybody. Now this is, there's my crystal in my hand. You can see it there. This is about, look, this is all about the third eye and opening it up and allowing that, setting that intention I talked about at the beginning of this half hour. And it's about embracing it. It's about following your inner soul. Right? We all have the ability to tap into our soul purpose, into our light, into our calling, whatever you want to say it is. It's about really focusing on this point, which is the third eye. So you can imagine if you had a third eye, it'd form a triangle, so it'd sit right there, okay? If you can imagine a triangle. So it sits there, and traditionally it's where wisdom comes from. It's where that extrasensory perception, the whole, intuition is said to reside. This is about stepping into your courage. So it's got a really golden sense to it. Oh, Grady. Excuse me, that's my dog. He grabbed the power cord. Nothing like it. Thank you, buddy. Just to add a bit of fun. Yeah, and I don't know if you can see this lion is gentle courage. Okay, so it's not that forceful, grab the swords and men and charge. It's a gentle, quiet, how do I be me? How do I live my life the best way I know how? And that takes courage. And it takes courage to step outside some old habits and things that haven't been serving you or not doing things for you, making you feel miserable or whatever it happens to be, negativity. And it's about having the courage to step into the light and into happiness and joy and bliss and fun and laughter and smiles and all the rest of it. So that's the card for tomorrow. And given that this new moon is to do with Leo, that's quite a cool card to get. Jacqueline, love a card. Okay. All right, health, around health, not a problem. Okay. Okay, Jacqueline, I can just sense there's a bit of tension there. So I'm just wondering if you could just breathe, close your eyes and breathe for me for a moment, or focus off into the distance and just breathe and just be curious about your health. Okay. Okay, can I get a card, please, on health? Yep. Just, yep, okay. No, just 1, 2, okay. No. Just health, nothing else. Excuse me a second, I'm going to sneeze. Okay. Reveal your truth. Okay, I'm really getting congested here. And in particular, the back of my throat. There's two things to that. One is it's a physical thing for you to do with your health. It's like a cutting sensation right at the back of my throat. It's not respiratory orientated at all. It's kind of muscular. And the other part of it is to do with your voice and speaking your truth, which is this card to a T. Right. So what happened on holiday is that you had a great time. And that typically happens. And there's some stuff that happened there that wasn't so great as well. But the thing for you was that you gained some wisdom about who you are. And you're not sure whether to believe it or not. Believe it. It's true. And it's like you've been hiding behind a version of you that you believe is the real you. And you've kind of been given a sign that maybe you're a little bit different to that. And that makes us feel unsafe as human beings, and we tend to push it away and be resistant to it. But for you, you're kind of, the curiosity about it is taking over. And it's like, well, should I investigate that? Should I do something about it? And because you're being curious, your body is saying to you with your health, I'm not sure. I still feel unsafe. I like the old me. I like the comfortable, safe space we used to live in. I'm not sure if I want to do this. So, so this is all about tapping into your truth, your inner truth. Oh gosh, and how do you do that? Well, water is important. Drinking lots of water will help, but it's more than that. It's about that you need support. So there's someone that you know who can help and guide and support you. Reach out to them. Don't worry about what they're going to think, because there is no judgment. And at the end of the day, you're meant, because I can feel your throat tighten when I said that. They're there ready to help you find your inner truth, your voice, your sense of and to explore that sense that you got of the guiding light of who you are. And look, it is about letting go of the mask. And I'm going to show this card again, because this has got a beautiful representation of it. Oh, pulling my ear. Gosh, that is about wisdom, and that's 100% true. So, and this card is 100% true for you. So it's about letting go of the mask, because the beautiful you is sitting right behind it. And you're sick of this mask, you don't need it anymore, but you're not sure how to remove it and a safe way to do it. So seek that person that you know, and if you find that, and they won't, they may be, you're going to have a number of people come into your life in the next couple of months, 3, 4, 5, 6 months, 3 to 6 months. And so what will happen is you will gain information from each of them. And this is a huge, in the next 6 months, you're going to get a lot of information, you're going to get a lot of wisdom, you're going to get a lot of support. And it's about letting go of that past and that mask. And when we do that, we do need support, and we do need courage, and we do need determination, and we need people there to support us. And the reason that you're having these health issues and that pain that I get in my throat, and the reason you feel like you don't have a voice at the moment, or you're not sure what to say, is it's just uncertainty. Okay? It's just that basic human reaction to change. Change drives us insane. Okay? It's why we go into that flight, fight, fright response mode of, I don't want to change. Change is risky. Change means I could be unsafe. So I'm either going to freeze, I'm going to fight it, or I'm going to run away from it. And in doing that, we often create a mask for ourselves. So for you, your safe zone is changing, and it's a lot to do with your heart. It is the time. The time is right. Embrace it, and your truth will be revealed. And it's not going to be as threatening or as worrisome as you think. So you need to start talking to your subconscious, to your body. It is telling you it's feeling unsafe, and start saying to it, what's that about? And because you need to build up that trust in that relationship with yourself. And once you do, then the doors will, it'll trust you to open those doors and to discover things. It doesn't mean you have to act on it. It's about discovering it. And as a coach, if you'd like to touch base on that, a holistic life coach, I'm more than happy to give you some pointers for free. So just let me know, PM me. Okay. Kelly, love a card, please. Yes, I'm having a great day. Thank you very much, Kelly. This will be the last card for the day, because I'm due over in my personal page to actually do some more readings there. So people, if you're still here, once I finish here, I'll be over on Toni-Maree Hannan, and we can continue the conversation. But let me just pull a card for Kelly. This will be the last one for this session. Okay. Righto. Bit of stress going on, bit of upset stomach. Kelly, just breathe, beautiful. You're not going to hear anything you're not meant to, so just relax. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, I love this. It's one of these days. Look what I've just picked up. Again, there are 52 cards, okay? Now, I'm just going to show you what I just did to find this card. So just bear with me while I tilt this computer so you can see. Can you see? That's the mess I make when I make the cards, and I pull one. And what I tend to do is I dive in and around and underneath the layers to pick a card. And this was the first one I picked. Okay. And this is the second. The magic box. Reveal your truth and observe in silence for you, Kelly. Reveal your truth, a very clear message. Be the light. Be the light. You know what that means. Stop resisting it. You're making yourself queasy. Let the breeze flow through your hair. Just be the light. Be who you are. You have very elfin tendencies, actually. So, as in elf, you're in tune with so much stuff. You may be being bombarded at the moment. So that's where the observe in silence comes in. To sort through the just absolute volume of information that you're getting, and just asking, like I do, like I just did, what's the one thing I need to know right now? Okay. And then what happens is when you repeat that a couple of times, your guides, and you have elves around you, absolutely, and fairies, and gosh, just ask them to just give you one, okay, the one thing you need to hear right now. And you absolutely need to do that in silence. Now, silence does not mean being perfectly still and calm and all the rest of it. Silence is paying attention to what you can hear. So it's almost like if you suddenly can't see, your hearing picks up. So if you close your eyes, you will hear things that you don't normally pay attention to because you're using your eyes at the same time. So which sense? It is hearing for you. So it is a silence of hearing. It's not a silence as in, visual. It is about absolutely closing your eyes, getting rid of the clutter. It's about not paying attention to the thoughts that come through your head, as in the doing part of your brain. It is about paying attention more to the intuitive part of you and allowing those guides, and you've got elves, it's really elfin, allow them to speak to you. You've got a really ancient guide, elfish guide with you. He's silver, he's magic. And he's absolutely saying, be the light, be the light. The time is right. Okay, that's really cool. It's your birthday today, Kelly. Happy birthday. Fantastic. Wow, what a great reading for your birthday. Huh, love it. Well, that I reckon that that's going to partly apply to your year. Okay, so the messages that you're going to receive are going to come to you in still moments and unexpectedly in still moments, which is going, and you'll notice them now because you've been told to listen, and you will feel lighter this year, which is pretty cool. But let go of that tension. You're hanging on really big time. My stomach's just gone boom, as in the muscles contracting almost. You're extremely emotional at the moment, and that's not you. Okay. Well, when you're emotional, it's really hard to focus on anything. Shoot me a PM, Kelly. I've got a few tips for you from a life coaching perspective on how to get through some of that. No cost. never charge anyone for a few tips. What's the point in that? Okay, that's not helping anybody. Okay, so that's it for today. Deborah, lovely to see you. I'm just going over into Toni-Maree Hannan, so if you would please join me there because I'm 10 minutes late for my Oracle session there, and I don't want to leave those people hanging. So for those of you who I haven't gotten to a card for, please jump over there and I'll see you there very shortly. In the meantime, Thank you so much for joining me. And just really quickly close your eyes or stare off into the distance and take 3 beautiful, life-filling, grounding breaths with me. Breathing in deeply, joy and happiness. And breathing out any tension or stress. Breathing in peace and light. And release negativity and stress. Breathing in calm. And releasing everything you don't need right now. Thank you for joining me. Look forward to seeing you all again next week. Same bat channel, same bat time, 11 o'clock every Wednesday, Australian Eastern Standard Time. You can find this video on YouTube. Don't forget to give me your thumbs ups and your hearts so that we get more people on these calls. Spread the word. I look forward to seeing you all next week. Bye for now.